All right, let's talk about one of the biggest questions businesses are wrestling with right now. You need custom AI to get a real edge, but how do you actually do it without spending a fortune? That's what we're digging into today.
And look, this isn't just a tech trend. This quote from Dr. Andreas Liebel nails it. He's saying that, strategically, this stuff is changing the entire game. We're talking about a massive shift in how businesses operate. The stakes? They're incredibly high. If you're not adapting, you're getting left behind. Simple as that.
So, this puts you as a leader at a huge crossroads, right? The choice you make here could define your future. On one hand, you could pour millions, literally millions, into building your own thing from scratch. Or you could just use the same off-the-shelf tool as all your competitors, and poof, there goes your unique advantage. This brings us to what folks are calling the LLM Make-or-Buy Dilemma. And yeah, it's a critical choice with absolutely no easy answers. Let's break down why both of the traditional options are, well, kind of tough. Okay, let's lay it out. If you decide to make it, yeah, you get total control. It's your baby, your intellectual property is safe, and you've got a real sustainable advantage. But, and it's a huge but, the cost is astronomical. Plus, you need a team of AI rock stars, and it'll take forever. Now, what about the buy option? Super fast, super easy. You're up and running tomorrow. The downside? You have zero competitive edge. Everyone's using it. You're locked into a vendor, and are you really comfortable sending all your private data to a third party? So you see the problem, right? Both paths have these giant drawbacks. You're stuck making a really painful compromise. Do you give up a ton of money and time for control, or do you give up your competitive advantage and security just to be fast? It really feels like there's no good way to win.
But what if that's a false choice? What if there's a third way, a smarter path? This is where we get to talk about fine-tuning. Think of it as the smart compromise, a way to create unique AI value without those killer trade-offs.
So, what is fine-tuning exactly? Okay, imagine you hire a brilliant, super experienced employee who knows a ton about the world in general. That's your pre-trained model. Now, fine-tuning is like giving that new hire a specialized training course on your company, using your documents, your customer emails, your data. You're not starting from scratch, you're taking all that general knowledge and making it an expert specifically in your world. And the best part? Check out the cost difference. This is just wild. To pre-train a model from scratch, you're looking at $5 million, maybe more. To fine-tune an existing one, we're talking like $500. No, that's not a typo. The difference is just staggering. It's not just a little cheaper, it's a completely different universe of cost. This completely changes the game for who can build custom AI. And that is the big strategic aha moment. With fine-tuning, you get all the benefits of making your own model, that custom advantage, but at a price that feels more like buying an off-the-shelf tool. It's truly the best of both worlds. Okay, so if fine-tuning is so amazing and so cheap, you might be wondering, why isn't every single company on the planet doing it already? Well, that's a great question, and it brings us to our next chapter. Enter H2O LLM Studio. Because you see, there was a catch, a big one. Even though it's way cheaper, fine-tuning has always been for the hardcore techies. You needed to be a Python wizard, understand all the complex nuts and bolts of these models, and you needed access to some seriously expensive hardware. For most businesses, that technical wall was just way too high to climb. Until now. That's where H2O LLM Studio comes in and just completely changes the conversation. So what exactly is this thing? Put simply, it's an open source tool with a super friendly no-code interface. It was built by the absolute best in the business. We're talking top Kaggle grandmasters from H2O.ai. Their whole goal was to take that technical wall we just talked about and just obliterate it. They made it so anyone can fine-tune a powerful AI model without writing a single line of code. Sounds pretty good, right? But let's see what this no-code thing actually looks like. It really comes down to just 5 simple steps to get your own custom model. Okay, seriously, check out how easy this is. Step 1, you just upload your data. Easy. Step 2, you go into this simple menu, pick a base model you like, and tweak a few settings. No code, just clicking. Step 3, you watch it train. You can see all the metrics in real time. Step 4, and this is the fun part, you can literally start chatting with your brand new custom-built model right away to see how it's doing. And finally, step 5, you love it, one click, and you can push it out to the world. That's it. This quote from someone using the platform really says it all. You don't need to know any coding, everything was done in GUI. That's the whole point, right? All that crazy complexity is hidden away, so you can just focus on what matters, your data and what you want to achieve.
All right, let's pull back for a second. Having a tool like this is a huge deal technologically, but what does it actually mean for your business? Why should you really care about this? Well, the impact is massive. First, you can finally build that unique competitive advantage, an AI that speaks your language, not some generic corporate speak. And you do it while keeping your data and your IP completely locked down and in your control. This obviously slashes the time and money it takes to get custom AI off the ground. But maybe most importantly, it sparks a culture of real innovation, because now anyone can build.
So, remember that make-or-buy dilemma we started with? The one with no good answers? Well, it's pretty much over. You don't have to choose between a boring, generic solution and a bank-breaking, multi-million-dollar project anymore. There's now a third way, and it's both incredibly powerful and surprisingly accessible.
And that really leaves us with one last really exciting thought. Imagine this for a second. When the power to create a custom AI model isn't just for a handful of PhDs in a back room, but it's in the hands of your product team, your marketing people, your support agents, your experts on the front lines, what amazing problems are you going to solve?